Let's talk about how to actually pick a point of sale tool for your retail store. I mean, having a retail store is a lot of work already, but you got to find a way to actually have the right POS tool for that store. So let me give you an overview before we get into the nitty gritty here, okay? So what is a retail POS system? Let's just have a clear idea of what we're talking about here so everybody's on the same page. So a point of sale system is actually the hardware and software that lets you check out customers, accept payments, and manage your physical retail store. So you have this combo here, software and hardware. And the best retail POS system helps you have to actually capture more sales in store, unify your online and in-person customer experience, and reduce time spent on admin tasks like inventory management. Okay, so when you really want to clarify things, a POS system is made up of three parts. So you have the software, you have the hardware, but you also have the payments. So this trifecta is really important because if you don't have payments, people don't. If your customers can't pay you, or they don't, like if they pay you and you are not able to track your payments, you're not making money. Okay. So let's talk about the software. So POS software is the operating system used to ring up sales and manage your store, products, customers, and staff. Okay. Most point of sale software providers, they offer different subscription plans at different price points. So while the cheaper plans come with everything you need to sell in person, the more expensive plans typically include more advanced features. And more modern POS software like Shopify or other players, Shopify POS of course, is built for merchants who sell online and in person, providing unified multi-channel sales reports, customer purchase history, inventory management, order fulfillment, and more. I mean, QuickBooks also does the same thing. Okay, by the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We love having this kind of conversations every now and then about important topics. And so besides the software, you also have the hardware. So to accept payments, you need POS hardware. Make sure the POS system you choose can accept all types of payments, including cash, credit, and debit cards, mobile payments like Apple Pay or Google Pay. Okay, this is really important, as well as gift cards. Depending on which payment steps you want your POS system to accept, you will need a cash register, tap and chip card reader, cash drawer, and barcode scanner. The third leg of this trifecta is the payments. So POS system also take care of routing funds to your bank account after each sale, but if the POS system has integrated payments processing, you can avoid paying third-party processing fees. You know when to export your payouts and track both in-store and online sales and payments from the same back office. Fantastic. Now, let me give you an approach here. Let's just really, now we want to dig a little deeper here. I want to go really, really granular. So when do you need a POS system? Because a lot of businesses, a lot of offline and online retailers ask themselves, do I need to do the switch, or should I just keep operating the way I've been operating for the last 20 years or 30 years? Okay. So when do you really need a POS system? If you want to accept in-person payments, you want to track sales, you want to manage inventory, you will need a retail point of sale system. Okay, this is really important. You can't do without it. Now, while you could manually record each sale in a spreadsheet, it's much harder to get an accurate understanding of your sales and control your inventory. Think about that. And what if something were to happen to that Excel spreadsheet? You are toast, boss. You are toast. So after all, how can you make good decisions if they are based on inaccurate information? Okay. So this is what it is. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about how to pick a point of sale system for your retail store. So what we have seen in our research here is that modern POS systems do all the work for you and ensure that your sales and inventory data is accurate. And those systems automatically keep track of every sale and store important product information like its wholesale price, retail price, and gross and net profit margin. So you're able to get granular based on the product. So if you sell, let's say if your inventory has 1,000 products, you are able to get granular, detailed information on each of those products. Imagine if you were to actually store your data in an Excel spreadsheet. Imagine the work, the coding, the VBA, the Visual Basic that you have to do to actually produce the same type of analysis. And even then, it might not be accurate. Okay. So It's really important to think about that way. And inventory levels and sales data are updated whenever you buy, sell, return, or exchange a product in store or online. Okay, and all that point of sale data feeds into your reporting and analytics, which help you understand your business better and make decisions with confidence. Okay, you also have this system also feed into your accounting reports like balance sheet, like income statement and cash flow statements. Now let's talk about the pick here. Let's really dig deeper here. Here is the pick. What are the factors you need to consider when choosing a POS system for your retail store? So whether you're operating an established store or you're opening your very first store or you're even thinking about switching from your current point of sale system, here are some factors you need to consider when choosing the best POS system for your business. You got to think about POS software fees. You got to think about hardware costs. You got to think about payment processing fees. Got to think about mobility. Think about order fulfillment options. Think about e-commerce platform integration. Think about POS software features. Think about apps and add-ons. Think about customer support. I'll go a little deeper here, so we have a clear understanding here. And it's really important to understand. So when we talk about POS software fees, I mean, first thing first, your POS system needs to fit your budget. It is what it is. There are several factors that can impact how much a POS system costs. So the first is the POS software fees. And so most POS software has either a monthly fee or an annual fee, as well as they have different plan tiers at different price points. So higher tier plans typically have more advanced features. Okay, for example, an e-commerce merchant on let's say on a basic plan will get like a basic POS, but if you want to go further, you need to really think about actually upgrading. You got to think about also your hardware costs. Okay, so hardware costs, you could buy, lease, or rent your POS hardware depending on your situation. So if you are opening a pop-up shop, for example, it makes more sense to rent your POS hardware than to buy it outright. So consider the hardware and functionalities you'll need to operate your store and compare each POS provider's options to find the best bang for your buck. Okay, very important. Also think about the payment processing fees. So along with how much you pay for the POS hardware and software, you got to think about things like whatever expense you have to pay to the likes of Shopify, Stripe, PayPal, and so on and so forth. Okay, this is important. And one thing I also need to say before closing here, you got to think about making sure you have to make sure that your accepted payment methods are as varied as possible. You got to accept cash, Max Stripe credit cards, contactless payments, chip cards, gift cards, card not present transactions, split payments. Let me talk to you quickly about mobility. So mobility is also really important. So while legacy POS system were tethered, I get it, tethered to a checkout counter, modern POS system like Shopify or even the QuickBooks, they are mobile and they let you actually sell whatever your customers are. So it's really important to understand that nowadays mobility is really important. Mobile checkout is becoming table stakes in retail because it shortens wait times to pay and can improve circulation in your store, especially at the checkout counter. Okay. And you also need to think about order fulfillment options. So modern customers want the flexibility to shop however they wish. So whether a customer shops online, in store, or using a mix of channels, retailers need to make the experience feel convenient. So it's really important to really think about that. So when your POS system integrates with your e-commerce platform, it opens up more flexible order fulfillment option like buy online, pick up in store, the BOPs and home delivery, and helps offer a smooth shopping experience for your customers. By the way, I want to quickly remind you again of today's conversation. The topic we're having here, we're talking about how to pick a point of sale system for your retail store. Okay. You also need to think about your e-commerce platform integration. So the best POS system should work in perfect harmony with your e-commerce platform and help you manage your entire business from the same place. Whether you're talking about an e-commerce marketplace such as Amazon, such as eBay, Etsy, or whatnot, or the best e-commerce platforms such as Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, okay, Volusion, and so on and so forth. You want to have the proper integration. This is really important. It's important not just for the short term, but also for the long run, because you want to be in a position where you are constantly tracking whatever is happening on all your e-commerce platforms. Okay, this is really, really important. And one thing I also want to say here is that you want to be in a situation where you are constantly making sure that you have access to the best information, okay, the best and most updated information. And one thing I need to say here also is that it's important to understand that if you use separate systems to manage your online and retail store, you are going to have a very messy customer experience, ranging from minor frustrations like not being able to redeem digital gift cards in store to bigger issues like the inability to see inventory across locations. Okay, so by unifying your POS system and e-commerce platform with the same provider, you avoid those pitfalls, and those pitfalls are really important. Okay, and it's important to also understand that you cannot think of physical retail as separate from e-commerce, because the interaction nowadays, at least nowadays, the interaction between physical and digital should actually be like a natural part of your customer experience, because you're actually making money from both channels. You're making money from offline, but also online. I want to talk to you about the POS software features, and those are really important to actually pick the best POS tool for your retail store. You got to think about the software features, okay? So aside from core functionalities like accepting payments, the best POS system will also provide the following. So you have integrated payment processing. You got to have centralized reporting and analytics, multi-channel inventory management, staff management, flexible order fulfillment, multi-store management, customer relationship management. Okay, this is kind of cool. And so you also have to think about apps and add-ons. Okay, so your business is unique, so the best POS system can adapt to those needs with apps and add-ons that extend their capabilities. Okay, so this is kind of cool. Also, you want to think about customer support. So if you want to choose the best POS tool for your retail store, make sure you are comfortable with the kind of customer support they provide. Okay, some providers will have they'll have a help available via email, chat, or phone. So when choosing a POS system, ensure that support is free and will be available whenever you need it, even 20 minutes before you launch your, let's say, your holiday season, promotion, for example. So it's really important to have that, because a lot of POS tool providers, they actually promise a lot, but they don't deliver. So make sure that you ask all questions, and preferably make sure you get all the answers via email. That way they can't just turn around and say, yeah, we never said that, whatever. So please contact the customer service or the POS service that you are interested in. Have a conversation with someone. Make sure that they really understand what you mean and they are comfortable with you. Now, depending on the level of support that you need, like some retailers will just need will be comfortable just reading the FAQ section. Some retailers really want to sit with someone, or even have a phone conversation, like a lengthy phone conversation with the customer service rep, to really clearly understand what they are actually getting themselves into. So you have to ask what strategy or what option will it works for you better. Okay, what type of retailer are you? Do you need like hand holding? Do you really need to understand all the processes, or are you comfortable just getting the answers by yourself on the POS software provider's website? Let me give you a few pro tips. If you have made it so far, I really appreciate having you here. And so what are the benefits of a retail POS system? And this is an important element that you need to really understand. Now, the best retail POS tool comes with the features that make running your retail store, that is, a lot easier. And a few benefits include mobile checkouts, really important, okay? Talking about mobility, secure payments, multi-location inventory management, ease of use, really important. Customizable, those are really important, okay? So mobile checkout is important because, retail POS software often can be installed onto any iOS or Android tablet or small phone. So this basically enables store staff to serve customers anywhere in the store accept payments, and check them out on the spot. Okay, and the most notable benefits of mobile checkout is that customers can get one-to-one service from staff, and staff have the information they need to offer personalized service at their fingertips. Okay, you also have secure payments. So retail POS system with integrated payment processing should be able to securely process credit card transactions in store or online. You also have multi-location inventory management. So you want to actually know at all times how your stock is, whether you're out of stock or you're getting closer to being out of stock, or you're good, okay, for a good 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So this has to be very clear to you. And also think about ease of use. Okay, so you want to use something, you want to buy a POS tool that is very easy to use, that is intuitive. And to intuitiveness is really important. You don't want to spend time trying to train your staff and going over training sessions just to be able to use the tool. It has to be interactive, it has to be intuitive. Okay, also think about customizable. So while we actually recommend choosing a POS system that has the features and capabilities you need out of the box, it's important to also factor how customizable it is. After all, your business needs are likely to change as it evolves and customer habits and preferences change. Okay, so maybe you might want to change, you might want to customize things. Ask your provider whether or not they are able to help you out or to support you if you wanted to customize things. Okay, and if they say yes, then you know that you got a winner here. Okay, very important. Let me share with you the in the bonus category the features that all retail POS systems should have. And when I talk about features, I'm talking about the features that are constantly that are are making your POS tool the best of the best. Okay, it's really important to have those, and I'm not talking about just have them in a very small capability. No, you really want to have those features to come in big time, to really be there and be solid there. Okay, so you want to have built-in payment processing. It has to be built in. So payment processing agreements with third-party providers can be difficult to navigate. So fees are often unclear and can vary depending on the credit card type. Contracts often lock you in for several years, and it can take a long time to receive payouts. And all that ambiguity makes managing cash flow more challenging than it has to be. Okay, so it's important. And also you want to have but the thing is, POS systems with integrated payment processing are much more straightforward. And also think about customizable checkout. So every store is different, every retail store is different. So the best retail systems are flexible, at least based on our research, and they can be customized to better fit your needs and store work flows. Okay. Also think about omni-channel selling. So most customers use more than one channel to shop. As a result, they expect brands to make shopping with a mix of in-store and online touch points feel seamless. So, but if you're using the wrong POS system, that's not always easy. Okay, so we have to really make sure that you actually think about that. And it's really important to understand that you want to unify online and in-store operations. Okay, not just the operations, but also the data. Now, a lot of companies are still struggling to sort of get that combo right. But if you really want to get things right off the bat, right off the bat, you need to integrate your POS system and e-commerce platform. Okay, so those two things should be built by the same provider, not different providers. Okay, and one thing I also need to say here is that the best retail POS system doesn't just connect to your store, it works with it and has a built-in omni-channel selling and order fulfillment features, so that you are able to actually collect customer data and sales data from every channel possible. So this is really, really important. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about how to pick a POS tool for your retail store. So I gave you an overview. I gave you the approach you need to follow, how to pick, the factors to consider when choosing a POS system. Okay, so we talk about POS software fees, the hardware cost, the payment processing fees, the mobility, the order fulfillment options, the e-commerce platform integration, the POS software features, the apps and add-ons, and the customer support. And I gave you also the pro tips in terms of the benefits of a retail POS system and the bonus category. I explained everything to you. Thank you. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.